of what they actually look like in person.
No.
Oh, yep, you probably can't fucking see that because that's in the shadow area.
No, it's pretty. What is that like giant spike sticking?
That's the nozzle of which the gas came from.
Oh, okay.
It retracts into his mouth when he's not spraying death on you.
That's nice.
Yeah. Doesn't get in his way of biting you. But yes, so this one, it's like, even from where you guys are standing, his gold armor like shines in the like sunlight because the sunlight is beaming down. Which actually, by the way, it's like nearing 100 degrees up here. So those of you that don't like the heat, you're uncomfortable. Not that it matters.
Like nice warm. I prefer a little bit more of a humid heat personally.
Yeah, no, this is like dry as shit. Like there's no water up here.
A little parched.
Like last time there was like water up here was like in the early days of the planet.
I could probably bring some water, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean like, that's true. So I don't know if Justin's gonna. He said he'd be right back, but
Be water.
I'm assuming he'll tag along with you guys. So if Souls relays the message, I'm guessing.
Yep, he comes back and relays everything he says. Like, they think that if we do anything wrong, that they're going to annihilate us, and they were pretty confident that they were going to. But I told Gilbert that, like, I mean, it seems kind of unlikely, and then he was like, ho ho ho, well, many people have thought so before. So apparently their master's like super powerful or something.
Gilbert
I bet we can
powerful.
take him up.
I mean, if they've just squashed armies and stuff, then they don't know what an actual threat is.
That is true.
So,
We can go find out.
their vanguard force was not particularly troublesome, but we should not underestimate them, given that it is an unknown factor. I assume that these are the minions of guy I hate.
The guy you hate.
For some reason.
Leviticus.
Yeah, I don't know why I did Leviticus, but
Yeah, actually,
it's
now that Ken has had a little bit of time to rest, I can actually tell you a little bit more about these guys because Kenna would recognize some of their stuff. So the garb that they wear is an ancient. Basically, it's just an ancient clothing from a different pharaoh line, like way back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're talking like thousands, if not tens of thousands of years ago. So like the fact that these guys are risen, presumably they probably are led by a pharaoh. They're like most of the garb that they're wearing is the ceremonial clothes that the elite guards that were buried with the pharaoh of the time period. So if they're risen, there's a good chance the pharaoh is as well.
It's a mummy lord or something like that.
Yeah, probably something along that line. Based on the clothing, they're probably from like an actual like really powerful family line, so they're probably more than just a standard mummy lord.
Right.
But that's the general idea that Kenna would definitely know. So these guys wouldn't rise on their own; they'd only be risen with their pharaoh.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would probably read about that in the short rest and then talk about it while we were walking here,
I mean,
regardless of whether anyone's paying attention or not.
Realistically, she wouldn't even have to like actually read about that. She would just know it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
It's more of just like once she actually has a moment to actually think about it without fighting.
We did just bought in.
So we were probably going to be dealing with something like that. Not unformidable.
What's pharaoh magic like?
Well, it
Plagues
depends.
and such.
Depends on the nature of the individual.
So plagues and such.
Black magic?
Different dynasties focused on different things.
Arcane and divine, a mix. Guessing. I don't think we've seen any indication of a specific dynasty or sovereign at this point.
No, not yet.
I would shout at the Sphinx, "Hey, who's your pharaoh?"
So I said, I already asked him. He said he couldn't tell.
He would literally yell back, like as you guys are like arguing. He's like, "I am not permitted to tell you."
Ah,
Thanks, Gilbert.
You're welcome.
I just figured. I don't know what I figured. I hate not knowing shit.
Indeed.
So does Kenna. That's why she became a god of knowledge.
I mean, most of the time,
Of discovery is an experience in and of itself. If you don't
Yeah.
work to acquire knowledge, then it has no value.
most of the time I don't care. I just kind of follow my instincts. But this seems like a knowledge-based quest.
Just give you like a little stare for a second.
So one thing that I will
Care about knowing things.
give Kenna that she would be able to figure out is based on the garb that the Sphinx is generally colored in and their general clothing attire. They're probably from the Tak Malay dynasty, which was a dynasty that was known for its tyranny, and it's
Good.
it's basically what they did is they took over. They're similar to like the old Romans, how they would take over a colony and then force all children to join the military,
Ah.
and then they would just expand it that way. So the military wasn't formidable in the sense that it's like super powerful. It just generally had so many numbers that you just ran out of attrition.
Yeah. They're the Persians.
No, I mean that's what the Romans did. The Romans were
oh.
actually fighters. They just won by attrition.
Ah, gotcha.
They just had so many soldiers.
I just it's going by the hundreds and thousands. But yeah, same thing.
Yeah, so like while individually their warriors were, they looked impressive. They generally could follow a line very well. They weren't known for being the best fighters. It was more of just they had so many numbers at their disposal
Numbers, disciplines and formations.
Yep.
What is this?
Not a terrible strategy.
All
No,
right.
and I mean that lends itself to the massive expansion too that you've seen.
All right, so we going in. We taking the invite.
I see no reason not to.
All right, let's go.
Go wrong, then we'll be closer to the core of it.
Yes.
Do you guys want to rearrange yourself at all walking in? Because it is a pathway that goes down there, and the War Sphinx is waiting to guide you in.
I assume that Rock will be in the front, or we could just go side by side. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Let's say if Pierce and I can take the front, Rock and Ken I can go side by side.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Just since Rock isn't here to take the first hit.
Wait, so you Jacobs and Pierce want to be more up front? Rock and Ken on the side? Kind of like that? Is that what you're saying, or?
Sure.
Yeah. However we need to get down that path, but yeah, it'd be Kenna
looks like
in the
pretty
back.
Can you guys move yourselves? You should move yourselves.
alright.
That way I understand, because I think you should...
I'm very zoomed out.
Yeah, me too. What do you want to do, Pierce?
Up next to Jacobs.
Like that kind of up next to him?
They're holding hands, yeah.
Riding on your horse. Yeah, are you actually riding Moonshine, or is he just with you?
I'd probably get off him.
Okay.
Unless we're fighting, I don't.
Moonshine's like, I'm gonna be in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we...
Yeah, I'd say just
Oh,
right there.
Yeah, how far ahead do you want to actually be, Jacobs? Like, because I'll just move you guys as a group now that you're in formation.
Okay.
Right
gotcha.
behind.
Yeah, right
I
there.
don't know.
Stop moving.
Sorry.
You guys can move rock too, I believe. Should be able to, I think.
I can't.
No, none of us are strong enough to move with rock.
Can't
wanna move
move
that?
around.
I can't.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, then I'm just gonna move you guys as a group, just to kind of simplify this more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, once you guys are down here, I can reveal stuff without. Okay, now that you guys are actually in range, I'm just gonna...
Yep. Fire the disintegration beams.
That's all they got.
I don't know what's really strong, man. I haven't been at high level shit. Okay, fine. Fire the instant kill, no save spell.
Throw the Tarask Pokeballs.
Yeah. Fire
The
the
Sarush.
Sarush.
Yeah,
Where is it?
it's down there. The bottom, by the entrance.
Hey. That's our buddy.
It's always showing up
Yep.
places.
I
Brand.
talked to that thing a little bit.
You guys do know there's more than one, just so you know.
No, there isn't. That's the
Oh,
one.
If they all look the same.
That is the one that I know.
Racial profiling.
And I've made a deal with it.
You all look the same.
Well, you all know each other, right?
You could say that about pirates. We all kind of look the same.
That's true.
Yeah, you guys aren't very individualistic.
No.
Cool,
We
Brett.
you need to be maimed in order to get an individual.
Yeah, like that's how you get
Characteristic.
your identity. Like you
Well,
become.
then everybody went the easy route and gouged out an eye, and then everybody's the same again.
Right. That's why, I mean, you miss an arm, a leg, an eye, and then
Like like being
Hey, look, it's one armsy.
disfigured to be allowed into the club.
hmm And then you have to fix it with something unique. You can't all wear an eye patch or a peg leg. You gotta maybe attach some kind of petrified fish to your leg or something.
I don't think anyone's ever done.
Well, that's all right.
Unique.
Yeah.
It's certainly unique.
Sorry, I'm just trying to clear it out so that you guys can actually see where your line of sight should give you. Jesus. Okay. So once you fully approach to about that distance, the War Sphinx kind of does like a very curt, the smallest amount of bow that you could think, more of just like a head nod more than anything, where he's like, "Welcome, follow me, stay on the path."
What happens if we go off the path?
It will be seen as an act of war,
Oh.
and you'll be annihilated.
I'm glad I asked. What if I just float above the path?
That's off the path.
Touch the ground.
That's off the path. So he walks you guys down this way.
If I could grab rock, I could. Oh no, because I can move everyone except for those three.
Okay, except for which three?
The top, because this is me moving everyone. Except,
For some reason, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Problem is, like at one point in time, I tried to change everything in settings, and then tokens didn't get changed because the way I did it. So we're just gonna move you down.
Yep, and then a lot of it is when you copy the tokens, if you don't copy the right ones.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I mean, that's exactly like I change it like every time we're on these screens, but I forget to change the actual general token. So the Sarush walks to here, and then he kind of steps aside, and he says, or the War Sphinx, not Sarush, the War Sphinx. Do you guys want to change orientation? I'm guessing once you get to this point, or
This seems okay.
the Sarush steps forward and kind of. He is not a medium-sized creature. Don't think, right? He's not. I think I forgot to up their size. Yeah, they're large. What am I doing? I was like, that doesn't seem right. He's not tiny.
He can be. He could be a baby.
Yeah.
He steps forward and he says, "Ah, so you finally arrived. You took your sweet time. Follow me. The master is waiting.
Does this look like the same Sarush?
I mean, they
Can I
all
identify.
they're magically created. They're not like dragons where they reproduce, so they look basically identical.
Okay, well. Didn't comment on recognizing us, so.
No, he had a slightly different voice too, so not likely the same one.
Yeah.
As he walks in this way, do you guys want to change your positioning at all, or?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Or I think so.
And Suresh pauses here. He says, "Once we're inside the camp, keep all weapons sheathed, no spells, no psionics, and no sudden movements. The master is not one for tolerating shenanigans."
Will cross my arms and look unimpressed.
He just like turns around and starts walking. So as you guys walk, I'm just gonna kind of gotta zoom in here. I'm gonna just reveal all this just to kind of simplify it for you guys. Because unless you guys actively go out of your way to do anything else, you guys are just going to walk down this main path right here. The gates of each of the tents, or the flaps of each of the tents are closed, so you can't see in them. But you guys are able to see the general landscape. So the tents are all they look like they're permanent structures, where that they've been here so long that there's like sand built up around the sides of them. They don't look like they've been moved in quite a while. You do notice that there's no wind within the camp, so there's no sand blowing around at all. It's definitely a magical effect because outside there was sand kind of whipping everywhere. You do see that in the top left and the bottom right there are like some different tents that do look like they're pretty new. Probably within the last couple days, maybe, because you can see footprints and stuff still outside. Whereas in front of everywhere else, none of these guards have any footprints around them, so they've probably been stationary for quite some time. The big main building is a actual sandstone structure, single story. It's about 14 feet tall with like a domed roof, and the dome is like a glazed shiny gold. And then there's a big stone door that is open as of now, because as you guys walk up, the Sarush that's standing guard next to the door kind of nudges it open, and it swings inwards. It actually, I take that back, that's wrong, that's the other door. These doors it's actually a folding door, like a bifold door basically. So it folds to the left and then to the right on the wall. So it creates an entryway by two like stone slabs that just kind of fold over on themselves. And inside you can see the general structure, the inside. Nothing fancy. It's very Spartan in terms of decorations. There's just the four benches that are surrounding the fire pit, and then the big beam that goes across the fire pit. On the north side of the structure, there is a Sarush that is sleeping, not really paying attention to anything. On the back stone throne type chair, it's not a decorative throne by any means, it's just like a bigger chair than, is necessary. It's like 10 feet wide basically. The pharaoh is sitting upon it. And then the little squares that are here, here, and here are basically just like dressers made out of some kind of stony material. But that's pretty much it. You guys can arrange yourselves any way you want inside. So feel free to move yourselves. I'll move Rocking, because I'm assuming Rock's going to move closer than everyone else. Moonshine cannot fit inside with all of you there, so...
You can stay outside and make new friends.
He'll just talk to the Sarushes. So what kind of evil things have you guys been up to?
Do they only do evil if they're, if that's their deal, or are they inherently evil?
Sarushes, no, they're actually completely neutral. They don't
Okay.
care.
So yeah, if they have a deal to be evil, or to do evil things, they don't care.
Yeah, I was more of talking about moonshine.
Oh.
Yeah. Evil.
Yeah, I mean, moonshine is a nightmare, so... Like, he's completely loyal to
He
Pierce.
shits everywhere. He disagrees with everything Pierce says.
Oh yeah, like the moment you guys walk inside the library, he just shits on the floor.
Yep. What a nightmare.
Yep. The Sarush that guided you guys in actually goes back outside. There's just the guardian one outside, and then the one inside. So as you guys enter, the presumed pharaoh kind of stands to his feet, and he has a staff that he kind of pokes the Sarush with to wake him up. He says, "Our guests are here. Please rise." The pharaoh kind of stands. He's very tall, actually, so his structure looks very humanoid. It doesn't look gigantic or anything like that, but he's very tall. We're talking like 7.5 feet tall or so.
Oh.
Kenna would definitely notice that he does have human bones just looking at him. Like, you can see, I suppose I can share, I have a journal thing for you guys just to kind of see, because I like doing this so you guys can actually see. Wrong button. He's very pharaoh looking. But where his, like, he does have the standard, like, mummy lord kind of wrappings and kind of, like, paley weird skin. But you can definitely see several bones sticking out, and they are human bones. They're just really large. There's none of the deformations that, like, giant species would have or anything. So he's either just, like, permanently enlarged, or he's just part of a very, very large line of people.
Hey, you're back, right?
Big boy.
Hey.
Andre the Giant's son.
One of my kids decided something was wrong with the internet and started plugging and unplugging cords.
Ooh.
Oh, that's fun.
So eventually something would go wrong with the internet at that rate.
Yeah, and he's like, "Look, I was right."
Right. Eventually I'll be right, damn it.
Doesn't work.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
I unplugged it. It stopped working. Obviously, there's something.
While he's grabbing a drink, I'm going to do a quick summary for you, Rock.
Thank you.
So basically, Solus flew up to get a view of the surrounding area as you guys approached this area, and he saw that there was an encampment with a bunch of guards, and he eventually saw that there was one of the war sphinxes outside standing guard, and he was walking your general direction. Solus did a quick little conversation with him and found out that you guys have been cordially invited inside to meet his master. Solus nicknamed the War Sphinx Gilbert.
And I was fine with that.
Yep, perfectly okay with that.
Happy to have a name.
Upon escorting you towards the camp, you guys got a better view of the camp, and it looks like basically a Roman encampment where there's just guards faced in like a semi-phalanx formation in all directions. And then when you guys walk down to the south, near the actual gate of the camp, you met a Sarush, who guided you guys inside, where you guys saw that there's these tents here that are semi-permanent structures, with all the gates, their door flaps are closed, so you can't see in them. And then there's a big stone structure near the back of the camp, where the pharaoh and a Sarush are sitting. There's a Sarush guard outside of the building, and then other notes are there's no actual wind inside the camp, even though there's quite a bit of wind outside the camp. So it's definitely a magical effect. And the north tent and the southeast tent seem to be new structures rather than like the other ones that look pretty old. And then you were warned several times that not to do anything hostile, don't raise your weapons, don't basically no shenanigans, or it'll be seen as an act of war and you'll be annihilated, is what they've said.
Okay.
everyone has kind of made a joke on that statement, saying, "Ha like they could destroy us." So
That's fair.
that's the general theme of your group.
And I bet that kind of shows that these guys might be some of the top shits that are taking over. Like they haven't met any sort of match yet with the actual resistance. So
Yeah, I mean, this guy looks like a top shit.
mm-hmm.
He's a shit alright.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there are a couple things that Rock may care about a little bit. So Kenna deciphered that these guys are part of an ancient pharaoh line, like an ancient dynasty from like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. Um, they're known for basically being like tyrants, like this pharaoh. If he is actually like the original pharaoh, he is likely a very hardcore tyrant from ancient times. And they tend to act more like Romans, where they would take over a village and then force all the children to join the military. So they basically just won all their wars through attrition rather than actual battle skill. So they may not be the best at fighting, but they have insane amounts of numbers
Cool.
at their disposal. And I suppose actually with the way you guys walked, you would have actually seen a little bit more once you guys got into the camp more. So I should actually gotta remember that. Line of sight is a thing. That's one reason why I don't like using Fog of War, is I feel like line of sight is just, it's not automatically taken into account when I move your figures. Annoying.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they did that for like the premium edition or whatever, where every time
They
you move.
do.
Oh, they do? Because I thought they didn't.
It's super buggy and a pain in the ass to set up, though.
Okay, so if it was easy,
not really
I
worth
wish
it.
it was worth it then.
Yeah.
Because I thought about that, like that'd be cool. But if it's not great and intuitive, then
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So this general area is what looks to be like a trader settlement originally. The walls on the outside, like little stone walls, are about 10 feet tall, but they're just stacked stone. They're nothing fancy. They're not really that defensive. It's more probably just a block general line of sight. The pathway does seem very well worn, so it's kind of odd that there's like no one traveling on it, because it does look like there's probably been lots of caravans in the past. The pharaoh, now that you guys have walked in, has kind of stood up, and he's a big guy. He's approaching 8 feet tall, though Kenna hasn't had a chance to say anything, but he's definitely human, just a very, very large breed of human. But he is a mummy lord of sorts, so I shared in your journal what he generally looks like, and I'll share it again just that way it kind of pops up for you.
Okay.
So that way you have an idea what he looks like. As he stands, he says, "Ah, you finally arrived. You're the ones that caused the trouble at the gate. What is it you want?"
We caused no trouble. We were simply looking to travel through these lands, and your men attacked us.
These lands are forbidden from travel. Adviticus has forbidden it.
I did not
You
respect his
shall turn
authority.
around and go back from whence you came.
What do you think? Should we do that?
Adviticus doesn't forbid me from doing shit.
Adviticus is the ruler of these lands. His word is law.
Oh. That's interesting.
Considering
I
the
did not know that he was a pharaoh of the Alacor.
He is not. He is the supreme Lich King of Alacor.
So you've sworn fealty to him?
I was risen in service to him.
I see.
I am bound to him eternally.
Oh, no. It's rather unfortunate.
Now, before I send you away, what is your business here? Why are you trying to travel through the deserts?
Seemed like a nice vacation spot.
It is. It's quite nice here. Though I'm sorry, it is no tourists allowed currently. Maybe in the near future.
How near?
Few years.
That's not very near.
Well, yeah, kind of.
He's an eternal being. You're an eternal being. It's pretty near.
Mm-hmm. Might as well be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What has Aviticus instructed you to do? Simply sit and guard his borders?
For the time being, I am the outpost of the Northwest.
Seems awfully menial for one such as yourself.
Not at all. This is just a temporary encampment. My forces will march northwest soon enough, and will conquer more territory. We are just temporarily recouping our losses, and then we'll move again.
I see.
What did we lose to?
Oh, nothing. It's just skeletons tend to get caught in caverns or lost in sandstorms.
They're particularly durable.
Actually, losses. Like, we just lost them. We don't know where they are.
Yeah, recouping them. We're just physically going and finding them.
You're gonna backtrack here.
Our forces are taking a temporary pause while Leviticus plans his next moves.
So, how do you intend to expel us from your territory?
Do you mean you are not going to go willingly? And he, like, as he says this, like, the Sarush kind of, like, stands more of, like, a prepared pose, and the Sarush, what the hell is going on with my thing? Oh, what's going on? My screen's just moving all around all janky.
Oh, you might have the right stick held down, or the right click held down while you moved off of the map. Sometimes it'll do that, so you have to right click again.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. As you say that, the Sarush kind of walks in the doorway and says, I do encourage you to leave freely. You may be gods, but he looks over at the Sarush to his side, and the one behind you says, they've fought in several like you already and seem not have any problems.
Hypothetically, if we were to be undissuaded by your advice, how do you think that this would go?
You'd be slain. Adviticus would probably turn the portal off forever. And then next time you try to come back, you'll have to take a different route. I do understand that I can't permanently kill you here, but I have been given plenty enough power to dispel the likes of you. And in fact, I do believe a couple of you are not from this realm. That's an easy banishment.
One would think.
One would know.
Well, what do you think?
As you're talking, the Sarush next to him says, Master, be careful. These are more powerful than the last ones we killed.
Who'd you kill last time?
See, you're
No, that's not your concern.
Could have been a friend.
I doubt you have many friends.
That's some.
Okay, so Rock is gonna look as completely unimpressed as he can manage,
so bored.
and just like bored and yawn. Like this is so
Beneath you.
beneath him. Like this is not even worth his time.
Just walk up and axe him. Or whatever you have. Yeah.
I'm tempted, but
Yeah.
no, I'm smart enough to know Kenna is the shot caller of the group.
Hmm.
I mean,
I believe you were about to address the group too.
I was just feeling out opinions.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I don't believe we're done with our brisk desert walk.
There's so much of this fine countryside and vegetation I would like to see. What indigenous animals? I'm not familiar with these lands, and not much could dissuade me from going.
So, you don't plan on leaving willingly then? Very well. Kill them.
I'm going to. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna do initiative.
I know what my first action's gonna be. Hopefully, I roll high.
I know what my first action's gonna be.
Axe him.
You know what they say about killing snakes?
Chop off the head and the body.
Yeah,
die?
definitely.
You are aware he's a skeleton, not a.
Close enough.
He's a snake skeleton.
I'll use the blunt side of my axe. I don't care. I'll pound it with dust. Where is my initiative?
It's negative. So. Oh, I got a nat 20, of course.
Nice.
So 39.
Not that you need it.
No, but 39.
I got a 16.
And Rock has a 24.
17. I was looking at the decor. I wasn't.
What do you get? Sorry.
17.
And what can I get? Sorry.
16.
Nice. Jeez. Getting too old for this. Fucking branching a lot of people on. Okay, hold on. Me. Number these that way I don't skip people accidentally. First up, naturally, is Jacob's.
Natural.
Mm-hmm.
Supernaturally.
Yeah, usually. Alright. So, I guess I will start, as I usually do, by drinking my my potion of invulnerability. Because it's the only way I survive these fights. So, bottoms up!
I do believe you are in attack of op range. Yeah, you are. Does he want to attack you?
Does the potion do attack of op? Oh, that's if
Yeah.
it's not in, like...
What's it?
Is that drinking it or just getting it out?
That's drinking it.
Okay.
Drinking it provokes. I don't know this. Yeah, the Thrush will swipe it. Because. Ooh, almost nat 20. Not quite.
Then yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming a 28 hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so you will take 17 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And then halved if you. The potion, whatever. Or I guess, no, the attack of op interrupts it. Or it goes before, so 17 damage and then your potion.
Yep. Oh, you damn bastard.
That he is.
That's the last time you'll hurt me that much.
Alright. Do you have any bonus actions or anything you're doing?
No, I don't have much of anything.
I mean, as a rogue, you could move around.
Mm-hmm. Now that he's attacked me, I'll go right up in this one's grill.
Okay.
Unless, well, let's see. I might have messed up Kenna's. There we go.
You're good.
Okay. I know she likes lines.
I do like lines.
Yeah, so. Alright. I kind of danced around that one.
And circles and squares.
Alright.
You're a geometry wizard.
You're up.
Yes, well, most wizards are.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who's up?
You, I think. You got 24, right?
24. Yep.
Yep, that's you.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action rage, move right here, and he looks like most powerful undead or spellcasters, so I'm going to make an athletics check and grapple him.
Okay. Unfortunately for you, you go right through the hologram that is he.
What?
And you just kind of like grab, and it's just air as his image shimmers.
Well, fuck. Well, that's always
He
fun.
laughs, he says, so predictable. Anything else you'd like to do?
I've used my bonus action, my movement. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Ben,
Oh,
you might
wait.
with
What?
multiple attacks, can he attack differently, or is it?
Yep, you can grapple and attack.
Yeah, you should still have another attack, and you can still
The
move.
grapple attempt just counts as one of your attacks for the round.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, well then I guess I move here and attack the Sarush since I can't hit him.
Should
All right. Went away.
24 to hit.
Just barely. He almost dodges it, but just clips him at the last second.
Nice.
Is he resistant to radiant damage? So I know if I can lump it together or not.
No, he's not resistant to radiant damage.
32 damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright. Good. That brings it to Sarish's outside turn. Alright, he's gonna go after Moonshine.
Fuck you. Never
So-
fought a Surish, I don't know. We don't know what the heck.
Yeah, so you just hear like this a mixture of like cat and dragon like growl roar as it attacks.
Kitty dragon.
Moonshine. Do you have Moonshine stats?
No, I do not.
You should. I swear we sent it to you before. Give me 2 seconds to.
I really wanted to grapple the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna use it as a weapon?
No, I was gonna like go full MMA, grab him, grapple him, and just start punching his face
He
in.
is a mummy lord, I believe.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, he would have been a magical weapon.
Technically a mummy lord.
Well,
You
I
can-
would have
He's got no
been
stats.
just like full MMA,
Mhm.
Brock Lesnar.
Nah,
Just pounding away.
he does have some extra stuff. There's that.
He's too much of a pussy to talk to us in person. Which, I mean,
Yeah, blame him.
pretty fair. Yeah, it's pretty a smart idea,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay. So I don't think I don't think Moonshine will survive this round.
Oh.
Thankfully, he's immortal, so it doesn't matter.
That does hurt my feelings, though. Heck,
Exactly.
Yeah, so that-
Yeah, it's rude.
That is a definite hit for 21 piercing damage.
Well.
Second is another hit for 17 more. So that's a total of 38 so far. Next one is a nat 1, so that actually misses.
Aha!
So he will survive.
Aha!
Let's see. Yeah. That is his turn, actually. Alright. Oh, actually, he can still move. He's going to move. Kind of like that. Alright, and that brings it to second War Sphinx's turn.
It doesn't need to get involved.
Stay out there.
It's actually gonna
Kind of in the dark.
pounce over here. He's gonna run over this way. Alright. That's all you guys see him do. And then it is
Ah, shit. We got War Sphinx incoming.
the Sarush's inside the cabin's turn. He's gonna go ahead and attack Rock, seeing as Rock swung at him. Actually, we got multiple people in here.
No.
Ooh, for the sake of fun. Alright, so he's gonna actually glare at Rock. Rock, I need a wisdom saving throw from you as he attempts to intimidate you.
What?
Wait, are you raging, Rock?
Yes. I am raging.
I think it might be an archetype that makes you immune to fear while you're.
Are you immune to intimidation?
I have a 22. I'm not immune. But I have a
That's
22.
exactly what you need. Like, for a brief second, you begin to feel like all your muscles like begin to like paralyze themselves, and then like you snap out of it last second. But for a brief second, you shook a little bit, and y'all saw it.
Okay, yeah, it's the berserker that becomes immune.
Whoa. You alright there?
You just saw it. Basically all it did is it just like stood up high, almost like, you know, imagine like a pridely lion on like Lion King, and it's like as it glares at you, and for a brief second it almost worked. All right, second one's turn. It is going to. Ooh, we got fun here. So first is gonna attack. He's gonna attack Pierce because Pierce is directly next to him. So he's gonna try and bite Pierce.
Dodge.
I don't think.
Bites suck.
I don't think. No, you guys fought a different style Suresh. The one you guys fought before, he's close to evolving to a three-headed Suresh, so he does have other abilities. These guys are not that cool. But he did hit you. So that is 21 piercing damage. And then he will attempt to claw Kenna.
Okay.
And that's going to hit you too. So that is 17 slashing damage.
Okay.
And with his third claw, he's going to swipe at Moonshine. Because...
Moonshine outside?
Yep.
You can reach it?
Yeah, Moonshine's right next to him.
It's of large creatures.
That will hit, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, that hits. So that is 17 more damage to him. How's he doing? Is he still around?
Yeah. I'm just trying to do the math.
Okay, let me know if he hits 0, because he's special. You haven't seen him get obliterated yet, so...
He carries the team. By the team, I mean me and him.
He physically carries you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Surish's turn.
Sidekicks represent.
Yep. Moonshine is more of like a secondary player character. He's quite powerful.
Main character, maybe?
I mean,